I think it's part of the culture that's been developing for the last 4 or 5 years, and there was no one moment where you're like, oh, we're that team. It just kind of grew and happened.
Tim, before you were interrupted yesterday, you were talking about Kofi, how he might not have any to lose, that type of thing. Do you think that might resonate with the whole team there because they're the lower team? They haven't been an underdog in a series for a while.
I don't know. I guess that's up to them. I hope they're not reading these articles. I don't want to give them any advice, you know.
You guys have been a lower seed in your time here. And did you kind of feel that, playing with house money type attitude?
Not really. This is Boston, one of the original 6 teams. There's always a lot of pressure for that way. So even when we made the playoffs in 7th, for example, I think there were people that had high expectations for us. And I don't know how Washington's going to approach it, and I don't know if that's how Hobie's going to approach it. He may end up putting too much pressure on himself, and it could go either way. I'm just saying, what I was saying yesterday is, how we get prepared, we should be prepared for everybody on Washington to be bringing their best. And then if we're prepared for them to bring their best, but then still prepared on our end to come out ahead at the end of the series, then if they don't bring their best, even better for us. But we have to be ready for that and be ready to bring something better than Washington brings.
Tim, you mentioned the pressure. How best do you deal with the pressure in your vast experience of Stanley Cup playoffs?
I kind of mentioned this already, but don't look at it like, oh, we gotta go win another cup. Just focus on the now. Focus on each individual game. One game, one period, one shift at a time. We did a great job of breaking it down to that type of attitude, especially as the playoffs went on last year, and that's what helped us get through it. I mentioned it before, but I guess I'll bring it up again. And before Game 7, when we were talking in the locker room, one of the things that we're saying as a team was, because everybody's tired by that point. It's a long playoffs. Everyone's got bumps and bruises, and more than bumps and bruises, and they're tired. Instead of putting the pressure on ourselves to come out and think Game 7 needed the best game that we ever played in our life, as a group we made a decision that we don't need everybody to be better than they've ever been in their lives before. We just need everybody to be as good as they can be tonight, and that will be enough to make us come out on top. So that's probably the same type of attitude that we need to take this year.